set up here. I tried to log in from another place and I couldn't see anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. Annie, thankfully, was able to log in this morning, so we're here. She's up way early. And welcome, Annie, to this. She can't talk. She can't say anything because Robert is sleeping. It's way early where she's at. But anyway, we're going to have a little conversation this morning about the Nerium Communication Center. So before I get started here, I just want to share with everybody, those of you who are new, welcome. Those who have been here many times, welcome back. And I just want to say I'm grateful for Nerium, and I'm grateful to be awake this morning and to have the sun shining and to have a beautiful morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm grateful to have everybody here on the call, and we'll just get started. The Nerium Communications Center is one of the most wonderful things that we have as brand partners. It's something that comes to us with our Nerium Edge subscription. And those of you who are working this business and are active within this business are able to access your back office and get into Nerium Edge. The way we get into there is to log into the back office and then to select resources and then go into the NCC. When we get into the NCC, the next thing we want to do, here's how you get there, resources, NCC. The next thing we want to do is look at our marketing tab. When you get into the marketing tab, you'll see there are capture pages. And these capture pages are really important for us to put people into our NCC automatically. If you use these capture pages, and I'll show you how I put them in my browser on my phone and on my computer and on my iPad. I have gone in and I have set up in my favorites the pages that I just showed you on the previous screen that allow me very quickly when I'm meeting somebody in a grocery store line, or I'm meeting somebody in a restaurant, or I'm meeting somebody that is a cold contact, I'm able to click on one of these buttons. If it's EHT, then I click Nerium EHT. If it's general products, I can click products. If it's just the face cream or the body cream or the opportunity, I can click on any one of those. I click that link, which is the prior page where the links were from your Nerium Communication Center. I just memorized them and I saved them so that I'm able to now click them quickly on my phone. And when I do, it brings me up to a page where I can capture their name, their email, and their telephone. And when I do that, it automatically puts them into the Nerium Communication Center. The other thing I want to say is that when you have a preferred customer, when you sign up a brand new preferred customer, that person is also put into the Nerium Communication Center. So everyone that you've had as a customer and everyone that you sign up through this method is going to already be in your Nerium Communication Center. If you want to add them manually, you can simply go into this page and click Add Contact, which is, I can either do it from the dashboard or I can do it from Contacts. But if I click Add Contact, then I can go in and I can add the information, their name, their telephone number, and their email address. And then I would have to select which option that I want to put them in as far as a folder is concerned. Once they're in the Nerium Communication Center, then I have the ability to track them through the system. And as you can see, when I first log into the Nerium Communication Center in the morning, and I do this every day when I do my selection to find out who I'm going to follow up with through that day, I will click the dashboard and I will just see these people down here, and I'll know that they have either opened or not opened. Now, if they have opened the email, it will show me that it's opened. If they have not opened the email, then it says unopened, just like these do right here. So these are the people who are getting something from the Nerium Communication Center. Either I sent it manually or it happened automatically through the campaign. And I'm going to show you where that is in just a minute on the campaign. And that happens automatically. So this gives me my driver for the day for my follow-ups, and I know who I need to contact. There are other follow-ups that I have written down in my success planner or my day timer, and I'm able to look at those names as well, and those people I will follow up with in addition to these people, but this is my driver for the day. The next page that I'm showing here is how to look at my contacts. And you can see my contact names. I've blocked out their email addresses and their telephone numbers over here for privacy reasons, but you can see that their names are here. These are the people that have been added, and you can see when they are added and I haven't gone into the contact record, it says new. So if I have a preferred customer that signed up and I have not done anything in the NCC, they will be there as new. So I can then go in and I can send them other materials, other things from the back office, from the Creative Center. I can send individually anything I want to from the back office. And what this NCC has done for us is give us the ability to send just opportunity assets. Those are videos. If you click on this button, it will take you in and show you the videos that are available. This is it, is usually one of the first ones you see, but there are others that you'll see. There are product videos that we can send. There are party information, culture. You can go through this and find all the different assets. What it does is it takes the many assets, because there are literally over 100 assets in the back office for us to send to people. And if you just go through each of these dots that you see up here, these circles, you will see just a narrowed selection for all of those assets for that little group. Makes it very easy for you to send. Then what I have done, and I'm going to show you how to do it here in just a second, I have added two little folders here to what comes automatically in our system. Everything from prospects down has been added by the corporate office. So when we get our back office, they are already there. And when you sign someone up as an opportunity, they go into the biz opportunity leads. But what I like to do is I like to move people over into my Class A prospects so that I can manage and see who is a Class A prospect. And then I can work with those people more intensely for the first 60 days and help them move the process along. It helps move the needle. And so when I click on Class A prospects, which is this button right here, you'll see that I currently have 9 Class A prospects right now. And this changes for me on a daily basis because someone may fall off, someone may come on. And so it can go anywhere from 5 to 15, and then by the end of the week, it's back down to 10 again. But it helps me understand where they are. And all I have to do to move someone into one of these folders is to click on this little button, this little box right here, and then I would click on the Move button right here, and I would move them to whichever folder I want to put them in. So I can move them from Class A to somewhere else, or I can move them from somewhere else into Class A, or if someone says, no, I'm really not interested, please stop contacting me, I'll move them into Do Not Contact. And eventually, some of those people may come back. So when someone says no, they don't mean no forever. They mean no for now. And so what I will do is I will look in my Do Not Contact list and I will see people over, say it's been a year or 2 years. I will go back and I will say, okay, these individual people have indicated interest on Facebook or somewhere else, so I'll resurrect them. I'll pull out of DNC and move them into another category where I can then send assets from that category. If I want to create those folders, I go into Manage Folders. So I'm going to go back one slide here. This little star right here is create and manage folders. So how I added these two is I click this little button right here and it moves me into folders, and then I can add a folder, click new folder right here, and then I can add whichever folders I want. And it doesn't have to be just these two, but you can see they are blue right here and everything else is black down here. Those have been added by corporate. You can't change them. You can't do anything with them. These are mine, and I can do whatever I want with these. I can edit them. I can change them. I can delete them if I want to, but that's how you add them. Then I need to move them. So this reorder button, I would click reorder, because when you add one, it goes to the bottom of the list. So I click reorder, and then I can go to the bottom and I can click on it and hold it and drag it all the way up to the top or wherever I want it to be. And I want this Class A, 10 Class A prospects to be at the top. So that's where I am, okay? Next is a bigger view of the same thing. So you can see how the different assets, I can see where my contacts are. So you can see the total number of contacts that I have and where they are. So if I want to communicate with brand partners, I am able to send an email message or anything else I want to send, an asset, anything else that I need to communicate with a group, I can just click on that group. Now, one thing I want to comment on is that I've noticed that some prospects that I have put in as a prospect and then they become a preferred customer are duplicated. So they go in 2 times. So I have to manually go into prospects and remove them, or I need to remove the customer connection, which I typically won't do because it'll have more information in it than the prospect information, and then I just simply move them into customers. But here are all my customers, and if I want to send information to my customers, I can click on customers and send an email or send an asset to those customers. These are the assets. This is the button that I was telling you about. So if I click on opportunities, that's what comes up here. You'll see the other assets that come up from the other buttons as well. And you can get those from the Creative Center and send them individually or by group. Okay. This is what it looks like when you go into an individual and see what they've done. So I went into an individual, I clicked on an individual person, and you can click on their activity and you can see what's gone on in their activity. So this one was a message that went out this morning, and this is the message that went out. So if I click on the message, it's going to show me what they saw. This is another follow-up process. So when I look at in the morning to who I'm going to look at and who I'm going to contact the next day and who I'm going to follow up with, because follow-up is the magic of this business, then I can see what they have seen.
Exercise.
So there we have it. This is tutorials. You can go and click on tutorials button and you can look at every one of the things that I've just talked about here. It'll talk to you about the dashboard, about the contact manager, and about the Creative Center. And these are great videos. They are short and they are very informative. So that's my presentation this morning. I want to open it up for questions. If you have a question, just unmute yourself and I'll answer your questions. Let me switch over here to me. Stop share. There we go. Does anyone have a question? No questions this morning?
I had a question, Randy, but I'm going to talk softly. On the second slide, I think it was the third slide where you had the groupings of the different, I wish I could go back to that slide.
I'll do that.
Do you know what I mean? Those boxes that you had? How did you get those boxes?
On my website, when I go into my browser, let me just go switch this here. Screen share, where are we? Zoom, screen share.
There.
Okay, so this screen, what I'm looking at is my browser. So I use Safari. I've used others. I've used Microsoft. I've used other ones as well. This in Safari gives me the ability to save a bookmark. And when I save the bookmark, I have an option to check it as a favorite so that when I open my browser for the first time, anytime, it shows me my favorites. I'm not sure how it works on other browsers, but this is Safari, so it works on your iPhone, it works on your iPad, and it works on a Mac. Okay?
Okay. And so that shows you the videos and different things like that, correct?
That is correct. You can save as a favorite any page you want. And when you do, then it shows up when you open the browser and there's nothing else opened, it's going to show you your favorite first.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good training, Randy.
Awesome. Thank you, Annie. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful you were because I couldn't find your login.
Randy, you're so organized. I love it.
Anybody else? Any other question? Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
I want to be you.
Well,
yeah, thank you, Randy. That was very, very helpful. I'm really bad with my NCC in my back office, so it was great.
You're welcome. My
I
pleasure.
appreciate that extra bump of how to maneuver around in the back office. That was great. Thanks, Randy.
You're welcome.
I have one question, Randy.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Carla, go ahead.
Okay. Sometimes when I'm trying to find somebody, let's say it was Bob Herrera, how is any tricks you have to find the person? Because sometimes if I just put in their name, I don't get it. But maybe if I knew their email, then it was a little easier to get it.
My suggestion on that is to just use the last name or a portion of the last name. So don't put in the whole name. I don't understand why NCC does this, but it doesn't understand a full name sometimes. So I just put in a portion of the last name or the last name, and it brings up a group or a list of those people that have the same last name.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Hey, Randy, it's Susan. I have a question.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, that was fantastic. You're so organized. I'm so jealous.
Well, I'm a blue. I can't help it.
Yeah, no, really, that's amazing. So when you put someone into a campaign, are you giving them the heads up that, hey, by the way, I'm going to, send you you're going to get a few different emails with some videos? Because I've had people in the past say, "Oh my gosh, now I just keep getting all these video or all these emails." Do you sort of give them the heads up, or do you just put them in the campaign?
Oh, no, I always let them know because just like you said, I don't want to surprise anybody. So when I hand them my phone, because I'm usually letting them enter their own information, I just hand them my phone and they enter the information and I say, what's going to happen is you're going to get a series of emails that are going to give you links to other videos and other things. And if you don't want that to happen, all you have to do is let me know and I'll stop it. And so they never have a problem after I do that. So it's always in the upfront. It's just like when you share the night cream, for example, you always tell them it's going to smell like cucumbers. It's going to have a spa-like smell. It's going to, before they even get their nose to it, so that they understand before they even get there that there's an expectation. You set the expectation, and you do the same thing with NCC. So when I put them in a campaign, whether I do it manually or whether it happens automatically through them putting their information in, I always let them know they're going to get a series of emails. It's anywhere from 10 to 12 emails that they'll be getting.
Right. Great. And then do you notice out of the 10 to 12 emails, what's the percentage you'd say that they're actually watching?
When I go look at my morning, and I didn't look at it this morning at this time, I looked at it really early this morning when I first set up these slides, no one had opened anything for today. And so when I look at it, I can see who's opened it. I don't track every day the percentages of who opens what. But I would say it's probably in the neighborhood of 10 to 20%. There are
Yeah.
people who just simply do not open them. And so that's part of my follow-up. And so I will call them and say, did you get the video that I sent you this morning or today or yesterday? And they'll say, no, I didn't. I said, could you please look in your junk folder and see if it went there? Because sometimes Google and Yahoo will just simply move them to junk right out of the bat. And so I always look to see if they opened it first. If they did, great. I know they opened the email, and I don't ever let them know because I don't want them to think Big Brother is watching. So I just let them know that I just ask, do you have any questions? Did you see the video? But if I see someone did not open the video, then I'll ask them, did you get the video that I sent you?
Great. Okay, thank you.
Good
I have a
question.
Randy.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Because I have had some problems with folks saying they don't get the video, and then I remind them or just ask them to look into junk or spam. Do you have any other reasons why if they did those things and they still don't see it? Maybe send it one more time to see if it will kind of break out that spam blocker, or?
Yes, I will do that. So if I ask somebody, did you get it and is it in spam, and they say no, then I'll say, I'm going to send it again right now and see if you got it. And if you do, great. And if you don't, then let me know. And it's usually not on a voice conversation. It's usually a text conversation at that place. So I'll wait about 10 minutes and then I'll ask again, did you get the video or did you get the email that I sent you? And if they still say no, then I will send it by text. So I have the assets available on text. I simply copy them and I send them on text. You are able with the NCC to send by text from your phone. So if you go into your telephone and you are using the Nerium Communications app that you can download onto your phone, you can actually send it by text or by SMS. So you go into the asset, you find their name, and you send that asset by SMS, and they'll get it that way.
Okay, it's happened a few times, and I know it's frustrating for them because they are kind of looking for it and it still doesn't show in their inbox, and I want to make sure they get it too. So okay, thank you.
That happens. You're welcome. Just as a footnote, the NCC is not perfect. The NCC is a tool. I use the manual system as well, so I write everything down, not just depending on the system, because sometimes the system's not available. But when people don't get something, I have alternative ways to get it to them. Next question. Yes?
Randy, you mentioned that you have the ability to turn off the the campaign for someone.
Yes.
Is that how do you do that?
Okay.
I've not discovered that.
When you click on their contact record, you will see 4 tabs. One of them is campaign. If you click on the campaign, you will see the campaign, and you'll be able to stop the campaign, restart the campaign, or just look at it and see where it is. Because there's anywhere from, some of them are 8, some of them are 10, some of them are 12 in the campaign. So I'm able to just go in there and stop the campaign. I just delete it, remove it.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Awesome. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for being here. We had a great group this morning. I hope everybody learned something that is useful. And if you have any questions, you can send me a text, go to Facebook, or send me. My text number is 707-287-2677. Feel free to text me a message and I will get back to you with an answer. Again, it's 707-287-2677. Thanks, everybody. And thanks, Annie. I'm so grateful that you were on this morning. I could not find that email. So, all right, everybody, have an awesome day, and let's just go tear up the world today. All right?
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you.
Bye.